Hello, we're looking at lesson 1-3, real numbers and the number line. And today we're going to talk about the square root. And a number A is a square root of a number B if A squared equals B. So for example, 7 squared equals 49. So 7 is the square root of 49. So you can use the definition above to find the exact square roots of some non-negative numbers. You can approximate the square root of other non-negative numbers. The radical symbol indicates non-negative square roots, also called a principal square root. The expression under the radical symbol is called the radicand. So here's the radical symbol and here's the radicand. Together the radical symbol and radicand form a radical. You will learn about non-negative square roots in lesson 1-6. So let's look at this problem 1. It says simplifying square root expression. So what is the simplified form of each expression? The square root of 81. So the square root of 81 is equal to 9. And we know that because 9 squared is equal to 81. So when I think of a square root, I think of an actual square. And we look at, for example, let's say that the area of my square is 81. Well, the square root of this 81 will represent what the side length would be. What could the side length be? And we know that for a square, side squared equals my area. So if I want to go into reverse and find out what the side would be, I would have to take the square root, or I have to find a number that when I multiply it by itself 2 times, I get my area. So that number would be 9. So 9 squared, or 9 times 9, gives me my 81. So that's one way of thinking about a square root. So let's look at 9 over 16. So if I take the square root of 9 over 16, I can look at them individually. So I'm looking for a number. What can I multiply to get 9? And that number is 3. And what can I multiply twice to give me 16? And that number is 4. So I get 3 over 4. All right, so what is the simplified form of each expression? So for the first one, I have the square root of 64. So I'm looking for a number that I can multiply 2 times to get 64. Well, I know that 8 times 8 equals 64. So that means the square root of 64 is 8. For the next one, 1 over 36, again, I can look at it as 1 over 36. And I can say 1 times 1 gives me 1. And 6 times 6 gives me 36. So the square root of 1 is 1. And the square root of 36 is 6. And the last one is 81 over 121. So square root of 81 over 121. Again, I'm looking for what can I multiply. I know I can multiply 9 times 9. And did I write that right? Yes, 121 is 11 times 11. And so I know 9 over 11 gives me the square root. I hope this helps.